wait for some people to arrive. Hey, I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. It's Christmas, by the way, everybody. And I know it's Christmas because I can tell from the design on my coffee cups. I probably should get sponsored by Costa the amount of times that I've shown you those cups this week. So yeah, it's Christmas. It's officially, Christmas has officially begun. It starts a bit too early each year, and what generally tends to happen is by the time it actually gets to Christmas, everyone's had enough. Where are we now? Sort of just after the middle of October, November, December. So what, about 2.5? Only drones. Yes, then the people. Only drones, it's Christmas. Did you know that? Did you know it's Christmas? Costa officially say so. They officially say Christmas because of their Christmas cups. Yeah, that's what it is. So, yes, exactly, mate, exactly. Right, so glad you're here, actually, Only Drones, because I've just tested the Mario Mini with a new antenna. So I ordered an iFly antenna, which I know are decent quality. Replaced it, and I've just flown. I'll put a shorts up shortly. Anyway, long story short, is it works much better in the original position. It dropped to about -75, but stayed pretty much locked there at a decent distance away. The acid test is, of course, going to be the Bando. I need to take it to the Bando and find out, once that metal starts to reverberate that signal, just how well it copes with it. But if you it's a fix that'll cost you an extra tenner, but it is what it is. It's just one of those things when it comes to FPV. Yep, I was going to say the Bando to me is the standard point. Yeah, 100%, mate. 100%. I can't do that today, so I'm probably going to do it in the morning. Just take it out and just see exactly how it copes with it. I need to get a couple more videos done for the review. The review will be out tomorrow now. I need to get a couple more FPV flight videos done. JJ, welcome. How's it going, buddy? But you'll also, the eagle-eyed amongst you will have also spotted that I've added GPS to the Pavo20 Pro. And this is what I hate about beta FPV quads. So because I've recorded about 6 different videos consecutively today, whilst also doing that, I got everything set up fail-safe, did everything. But I forgot to add my OSD elements to tell me, obviously, how fast we was going, which is one of the reasons why I've done it, because people are asking all the time, how fast does the Pavo20 Pro actually go? And so I thought, oh, well, not a problem. I'll just plug it in. And then I realised, of course, beta FPV flight controllers, you need that stupid adapter. So, yeah. Unfortunately, that's a test that I can't do today. And then it started to rain. So I just thought, oh, sack this. Just typical UK weather. But the one bonus I will say is there's plenty of spare UARTs to install a GPS on a Pavo20 Pro. It is pretty tight down there. I thought you liked it. I don't like that adapter. I do like that it's USB-C, but I don't like that adapter. And I said this when I reviewed the original Pavo20. I said, just stick a USB on the board, because, like, if I haven't got that adapter with me, screwed. Just a man on his camera, welcome, glad you're here. Good morning to you too. Hopefully the weather over there is going to be a little bit nicer than it is over here, but let's be fair, that doesn't that's a low bar to set when you're based in the UK, because the weather is pretty dire all the time. I feel sorry for JJ. JJ is in Wales, and we all know what happens in Wales. It literally just rains all the time. Although JJ is now going to tell me, he's going to pop up in the chat now and tell me that actually it's sunny and really warm in Wales today. Oh gosh, I need this coffee. So yeah, Only Drones. I do like the Pavo20 Pro. I like it a lot. I think it flies really, really well. I think it's super cheap. You don't have any jello. I'm a big fan of it, to be fair. I know you're not, and you've got reasons not to be. Where in Wales? I don't know. Wales, actually. Those adapters already. I've lost 5. And it is actually currently sunny now. The cabin. Nah, I never said it was a pain in the actual arse, mate. I hate it. I've got JJ. I must have about 20 of them. in my house. I know where about 3 of them are, but like I said, the problem is I don't have one on me, which is just no good. Just outside, if there you go. Cardiff, God, years when the football used to be held, the FA Cup finals and semi-finals used to be held at the Millennium Stadium. Is it still called the Millennium Stadium? Nice stadium, that, to be fair. Nice. Yeah, Cardiff's lovely. The whole of the area is quite nice, to be fair. It's just such a pain in the arse to get to, isn't it? From anywhere other than Wales, or even from North Wales, to be fair. Nah, Principality Stadium. Now there you go. That's how long ago I've been, mate. Years and years. Probably about, I don't know, 15, 20 years since I've been to that stadium. Nice stadium though. So yeah, so we've got a lot of updates for the weekend. We've got what will probably turn out to be something like an hours-long review video of the Mario. And that's because we've got to talk about things that we haven't already spoken about. So, you know, I'll show you how to install the GPS. I'll show you how to set the GPS up. We'll talk about the antenna issues. I'll show you, you know, the situation when it was placed on the back. And then I'll show you the situation with this new iFly antenna, which fits the original holder really well. We'll talk about, there's a few other things that we need to talk about, but it's probably going to be about an hour long, and it's 99% of it is all new stuff as well. Loads of decent places to fly, lots of mountains. That's the one thing I wish I had more of around here is mountains. Where I'm originally from is actually a valley. And to be fair, if I still lived where I originally lived, or where I was originally from, should I say, like from a flying point of view, it'd be amazing. But the biggest problem is they still don't have very fast broadband there. So, like, it takes hours for my videos to upload. Most of my videos are like 50, 60 gigabyte because I record them in super high quality. So it just takes so long. And then doing it on a 10 megabit upload connection would it'd take weeks. Link me to the antenna when you can. I will. I absolutely will. I've recorded the shorts video and I've uploaded it, but I haven't published it because I'm going to stick the link in the shorts video, but I'll also send it to you as well. But don't buy it yet. And the reason I say don't buy it yet is let me test it at the Bando first tomorrow. Now, if it holds together properly in the original position, then 100% buy it. And to be fair, like I say, the distance that I flew away, officer, was legal, officer, but it was a good distance within visual line of sight, of course, officer. So yeah, look, we'll try it at the Bando tomorrow, and just to make doubly sure, because what I don't want to do is recommend something that works because it's a relatively open field that I was just flying at. But the original antenna was falling apart anyway. The thing is with the Bando only drones is it's not even necessarily distance. The thing with the Bando is where your equipment needs to be bang on, because, pardon me, if you look at the wheel of death and then the secondary wheel of death over to the left of that, and then the other wheel to the right of the chimney, all 3 of those are bouncing your signal around, and then you fly behind the chimney and then you're losing that signal, so it's having to repeat it and send it, and then it's bouncing off them as well, and then you've got the data centers opposite as well. So there's a squirrel just running in front of my car. So it's not so much the distance that makes it such a killer test, but it's all of that interference and all of that signal reverberation. I don't think it's called reverberation, I think it's called something else, but yeah, essentially the signal reverberation that makes it the real test. And even within the new position, once I'd gone to the other side of the wheel of death to come through it, I got telemetry lost. Now, that in itself isn't a massive problem because I was only at -90, but I think I've only ever had one other quad that's given me telemetry loss there. So although we'd improved it massively, it still wasn't quite at the standard of everything else. So What do you think about the noise compared to the Mobula 7? I think the Mobula 7 is really quite... Are you talking about the 1S version of the Mobula 7 with the 04 light? Because if so, that particular version of the Mobula 7 is super quiet because it's only a 1S. The Pavo20 Pro is relatively loud in comparison to that, but it's not obnoxiously loud. And I've flown it around people. I've flown it around people that wouldn't have expected to see it, and they don't really bat an eyelid. But that said, it is louder because the Mobula 7 is obviously it's a 1S. This is a 3S. I think it's 45mm props off the top of my head. I'm not sure. It's also lighter as well. So there's many reasons why it's quieter. And it's not necessarily that one is better than the other, hence the noise levels. It's just how they're actually configured. So it's definitely quieter, is the Mobula 7, but I don't, unless you've got real issues with people who are causing you all sorts of trouble, then the Pavo20 shouldn't cause you any issues at all. FPV92, welcome. I don't know what F means, but welcome anyway. But Tima, I hope that helps. I noticed you've got LEDs on this one. And the fly time makes me think you enjoy the fly times still. Oh, the Flywoo fly times. The Flywoo fly times is fun. I don't really fly it anymore. I've got better quads that I enjoy flying more. But at the same time, if you handed it me, I would fly it and I would enjoy it. I don't think it's a bad quad at all. But yeah, this has got LEDs on it. And I try to put LEDs on as many of my drones as possible. This is an easy one because this actually comes with LEDs. So you just literally need to stick them on and plug them in and away you go. Yeah, the one with the funny frame design, it's interesting, like a split between a toothpick and a Cinewhoop. It flies really, really well. I think we flew that at the start of the year. It flies, you mean the square one, don't you? It flies really, really well, and he's actually super fun. But like I say, it's not about it. Tony, I have the Pavo20 Pro 30 Mark V Vapor D5 and X5. I am new to FPV and I've not flown any of them, and they're still in the box. What's my first steps on this journey? As Only Drone says, plug them in. Have you got somebody to help you? Have you got an experienced pilot to go out there and fly with you? Because when Only Drone started, I literally just dragged him out into a field and said, right, plug in and let's get on with it. And as long as you've got somebody who's experienced to coach you on what you're doing and how you're doing it and what makes sense, then I find personally that's the best way to learn. If you haven't, then yeah, I would advise with the quads that you've got, I have nobody around. So looking at the list of quads that you've got, they're all relatively powerful. The Pavo20 Pro is probably the least powerful one that you've got. So my advice would be, no mentor to get me started. He just told me to fly the 5-inch in 50-mile-an-hour winds. I did, to be fair, and Only Drones, did it help you? That's the acid question, Only Drones. Did flying the 5-inch in 50 miles an hour wind as a newbie help you improve your skills and confidence? And the answer is absolutely yes, it did. And I don't want to hear any other answer because I know it did. When I first started out flying, I would fly no matter what the weather. The only thing I wouldn't fly in would be freezing fog. One, because it's bloody cold, and two, because I got ice on my props. No matter what the wind, I would fly. And it's important because sometimes you can be in the middle of a flight and get hit by a gust of wind, so you need to know how to deal with it. So it's important that you don't just fly on the good days, but towing it on Deep Space Seeker 3 as well. Yeah, so you've picked up loads of powerful quads there. What I would potentially suggest is, I'm going to guess you've only got something like the DJI Goggles 2 or DJI Goggles 3 based on the drones that you've got. So if you haven't got analog goggles, what I'd advise, if you can afford it, is picking up something like a Mobula 7, a 1S Mobula 7. And then you can fly that around your house, you can fly it indoors. But I've also got a video out tonight, ironically. This sounds like a setup, doesn't it? But I've actually got a video out tonight that shows you how to tame a quad and take it from. So I've shown you the videos of the Mario Mini flying around really fast and really crazily. The very same quad, I've shown you how to fly it really docile and to basically turn everything down. And that's out on our premiere tonight at 10 p.m. UK time. So my advice would be, if you can afford to, grab something like a 1S Modular. If you can't, then do it with your Pavo20 Pro, but outside. And then follow the instructions in the video tonight and have a go there. That's how I learn the best. I don't learn very well from sims at all. If you feel that you would learn from a sim, then absolutely go for it. But that's my advice. Tima says, wow, what a fleet to not have flown yet. That'll be an awesome journey. There's a new FPV sim called Firehawk, which would be good fun. The problem with Firehawk is, don't get started on that. And I'm sorry to sort of say that, to say that, but don't start with Firehawk, because Firehawk's a game and it's a fun game, but it doesn't really explain to you how a drone and the physics around a drone and the understanding of a drone works. It's more of a game. It's a great game. It's a fun game. I mean, I shouldn't really promote war games, but I mean, it's not really a war game, is it? I mean, I know it is, but it's not like a serious sim like the other ones that we don't like to talk about. Limiting the throttle and adding expo helped me out. Only just learned to land properly, mind. JJ, that's exactly what that video is tonight. And basically we turned the expo, well, not just expo, but we turn the max rate right down as well. We add shed loads of expo to the throttle and to the control surfaces, and we show you just how unbelievably docile you can make a quad in comparison to how it was flying beforehand. Yep, DJI 3. So Tony, if you can afford to get a 1S, something like a Modular 7, if you can't, then yeah, absolutely. Only Drone says, learn to land first, my dude. Great suggestion on the Modular 7. I love it with the L4 light. Nice and durable. And I think they have updated it since your review. It has an adjustable tilt. Oh, nice. Only Drone says, I'm thinking the Pavo is too weak. No, it's not. It's not. I have liftoff, but I haven't started. Uncrashed is the best game to go with, says Only Drones. Stop playing it then, brother. Yeah, liftoff or Uncrashed or Velocidrone is good and beginner friendly. If you've got liftoff, just jump in liftoff and go for it. If you can afford, like I say, to get a 1S like a Modular, have a go at a 1S like a Modular. Why has my screen just gone really bright? I have no idea. There we go. Too weak to crash. It depends, doesn't it, Only Drones? I mean, if you take it to a Bando, then yeah. The problem is, Only Drones, you've had such bad luck with them, but I've smashed mine into so much stuff. I mean, you've seen how I fly, and I crash virtually every single fly. Like, you know, I'll push the limits every single time, and I'll catch the ground, or I'll catch a tree, or, you know, and I'm just amazed at the problems that you've had. But yeah, if you've already got liftoff, jump in liftoff. But maybe consider ordering a 1S quad to start with. If you've got a big backyard or back garden, and I say backyard, morning from Massachusetts 508. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, I know you Americans refer to a back garden as a backyard, and they're generally the size of fields. So if you've got something like that that's available to you, that would probably be the best option. But I would start with something like a 1S Modular, personally. I've no idea how to link up my TX15. It's still in the box. It's a good job I've got loads of videos then. Right. I'm going to have to go because they're opening the gates. Tony, I will help you. Don't worry about it. Really enjoy how you added noise test to your reviews. No one else does it. Great stuff. Thank you, Tima. Right, listen, guys. I've got to run. Thank you so much.